Hey guys, good morning. I was trying to play my intro video, but for some reason, let me see something here. It wouldn't play, and I upgraded it. Let's go. Okay, never mind. Maybe I wasn't pushing it right. I was just making sure it upgraded because it did take it out of my PayPal. Anyways, good morning. Let me find the chat on the phone. That way I can see everybody. Gosh, it's cold out this morning, y'all. Here we go. Let me turn down the volume. Lisa, good morning. Light Feather, good morning. Nika, good morning. Will, good morning. How are you doing? Got any snow there? Let's see who else in here. Barry Mary, good morning. Shay Shay, Misty Walker, Jason, Cheryl Lynn, Mario, Debbie. Actually caught a live stream. I'm glad you made it, Mario. I know how it is. Like, I have a hard time watching live streams unless they're like at night, because it's hard just to sit there and chat, when you're trying to do stuff. I usually catch a lot of live streams on the replay, or I will listen and not chat. Hey, Turquoise Kitten, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, guys, I had to get out this morning and go let those stinking chickens out and the goat, and it was cold as crap outside. Cold as a witch's tit in a brass bra. Hey, Pickle, good morning. Juju, good morning. Jason, no, you did not cancel a doctor's appointment so that you could chat here. Oh my God, I'm going to kick your butt. You better be joking. You could always watch the replay. Gosh, never do that. That's sweet of you. I wish you'd have went to your doctor's appointment. That's more important. So this morning we're going to talk about that beauty influencer they found dead in the bushes in Texas, Alexis Sharkey. Her husband spoke to a news station. Allegedly, he's been getting death threats. We're going to read about that. Also, her friends spoke out about her mental health before her death. Then we're going to talk about the missing doctor from Staten Island, Tamara Salkin. Mysteriously, there's no video footage of her that morning at that park. Something's not right, guys. I know people were saying she's an alcoholic. Well, you know what? There's a lot of alcoholics that don't just disappear and run off on their own. Just because she's an alcoholic don't mean like she took off and like committed suicide either. I don't know. Something's not right though. Something happened. What else are we going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that man that put that 5-year-old out on the highway at nighttime. The kid got killed, hit by a car and killed. We're going to talk about him. But first, before we get started on all that, before I went live, I seen that there was like a family murdered in Alaska. And a teenage relative is responsible for the shooting. He killed 3 of his cousins and his aunt. And he also killed children. Well, one kid, 7 years old. I got the coolest little house here. Let me look at my chat a minute. Hey, K Smalls. Y'all just chat away. I'm just going to take a look at this. Friday, we're going to kick off our first annual homicide for the holidays. I plan on doing this every year in December. Each Friday, we'll talk about a murder that happened on Christmas or around Christmas. We can even do Thanksgiving murders too. But Friday, we're going to be doing John Benet Ramsey. If anyone wants her autopsy report to read over, let me know. But I just put it up in my Patreon. Okay, so look at this purple house. How stinking cute is that? I would totally, totally live there. Okay, so an Alaskan teen is accused of murdering 4 relatives, including 2 young children, and attempting to kill a 3rd child. Oh, I thought it was just 1. According to KTOO, police responded to a call reporting gunshots at a residence near Wasilla at about 3 a.m. Monday morning. Respondent officers first discovered 18-year-old Cody Roll, who had been shot but was still alive. Cody was transported to a hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The report indicates that 3 other victims, a woman and 2 young children, were found inside a separate residence in Palmer. When police had gotten reports of gunshots at around 3:30 a.m., according to an affidavit obtained by the news station, Alaska State Troopers believe 18-year-old Malachi Maxson shot Cody Roll, his cousin, then stole a Jeep and a firearm and drove to the residence in Palmer, where he allegedly shot and killed Cody Roll's mother, 43-year-old Kimora Buster, and 2 of her children, ages 7 and 10, Maxson's cousins. Police reportedly found evidence that Maxson had attempted to shoot a 3rd child at the home in Palmer. Oh my God, it about takes my breath reading this. At about 4 a.m., according to KTOO, troopers apprehended Maxson as he was driving on Glen Highway. Initially, the suspect attempted to run and allegedly tried to pull a trooper's gun from their holster unsuccessfully. Maxson, who was reportedly being electronically monitored while awaiting trial on a domestic violence charge, was arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, in addition to attempted murder and trying to escape from law enforcement. The affidavit reportedly shows that Maxson had been at Roll's home earlier Sunday night or Monday morning, and there were no reports of any altercation or conflict. So he shoots Cody, then drives to Cody's mom's house, shoots Cody's mom, and then starts shooting the kids. Hey, Chatterbox. I'll never understand why people do crazy things like this. On drugs or got mental illness, maybe both. Okay, so investigators have not commented on a possible motive. Yeah, I wonder what his reason for this was. Edith's house. It's so sad. It's like right at, around the holidays. There's a lot of crazy things that go on around the holidays. A lot of people commit suicide around the holidays too. For some people, it's a depressing time of year. AK says, it is a Smurf's house. I know. I've totally lived there. I love that color, purple. Purple's my favorite color. Okay. So I saw that right before I was going live, and I just wanted to share that. Now, let's go talk about Alexis Sharkey. I'm still having trouble pronouncing words since I had to freaking dental work done. It makes me sound like I'm spitting sometimes. Oh, God, it drives me crazy. Okay, let me share this picture. Because yesterday, when we talked about this, I didn't have this guy's picture. Oh, my gosh. Let me stop this stinking video so it won't play. I hate when I click on these articles and they're showing a picture and then you get into the article and the picture's gone and there's just a stinking video. Because I don't want to listen to that video. I'd rather just read it. Well, see, that's what it did. It stopped showing his picture, so now I'm going to have to go find his freaking picture. I get so annoyed sometimes, guys. Okay, here we go. Now, let me go screen share. Because I want y'all to see what he looked like, of course. I wouldn't have pictured that she would have been married to someone that looks like him, but to each their own. I'm not saying he's ugly or anything. It just doesn't really look like her type to me. Okay. So Alexis was found dead. I think this was Houston, Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Early Sunday morning or Monday morning, I believe, as a city employee was going to work. He saw her body in the bushes. They have not revealed a cause of death yet. But her husband, Tom Sharkey, says that she wasn't always the happy person that she portrayed on social media. Tom Sharkey spoke to Steve. Tom Sharkey spoke to our Steve Campion about his wife in a phone conversation Tuesday. Sharkey sounded very upset and emotionally distraught. He said he had been struggling very hard. He called Alexis his everything and said they shared a Thanksgiving meal together Thursday morning. He said the loss of his life partner has left him destroyed. Now, Tom Sharkey said he's received death threats since his wife's disappearance, and the death made headlines across the country. Sharkey described his marriage as happy. He said they weren't filing for a divorce. Oh, crap. Let me get it scroll. She wasn't happy. She was stressed. I would cuddle her, tried to make her strong. She was an amazing woman. Sir, my wife was an amazing woman. She really was. There's always other sides to everything. I was the one holding her, cuddling her, building her back up, said Sharkey. I don't need to set the record straight. I'll let it play out the way it is. I know what my life was with my wife. The 6 minute conversation was disjointed, moving from thought to thought. Sharkey told Campion he figured out the woman. He figured out the woman found on Red Hall was his wife. He said he went to the Harris County Medical Examiner's office on Sunday morning looking for Alexis. Wait, maybe she was found on Sunday instead of Monday. My bad. It's horrible. People are talking tons of crap. I'm getting death threats and stuff. None of that bothers me. What bothers me is that world and everybody in it focuses on all of that stuff that doesn't matter. Should have been focused on finding my wife, said Sharkey. Everybody was still looking for her, and I located her Sunday morning in the coroner's office. They couldn't ID my wife. They didn't know who she was. She was just there. Okay, so his wife is missing, and he shows up at the coroner's office automatically. I mean, I don't think, I mean, that wouldn't be the first place I went to if my husband was missing. I wouldn't be going to the coroner's office right off the bat. That's something's weird with that. Very weird. Oh, somebody became a member. Kimberly Mack, welcome to Southern Royalty. You're a Southern chick now. You already may be. I don't know. I always say that though. Thank you. It's very odd, Kay. Very odd. Suspicious. Hey, Samara. Yes. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Sharkey said when he last saw his wife, he warned her not to drive. She understood me. I understood her. We didn't fight when she left. I just told her she couldn't drive under the influence, said Sharkey. She left anyhow. This is where we're at. Well, she wasn't found like dead in a car, like she wrecked a car. She was found in the freaking bushes. Why didn't he take her keys from her? She was under the influence. Um, the husband didn't elaborate on those claims or offer specifics about the circumstances. He told Campion he's been cooperating with homicide detectives and said he turned over all of his wife's messages, emails, and phone calls. He said he feels confident that the Houston Police Department can figure out what's going on, going to find everyone that was involved. He abruptly ended the conversation. I'm sorry, I'm not a jerk, said Tom Sharkey. I'm just destroyed. Now, her mom says she was murdered. Okay. Let me stop this because I want to go find my article I had. Now, her friends say that she was having a hard time too before her death. Let me go get that one. This husband, there's something about this husband that I just don't like. I mean, his wife's missing. He goes to the coroner's office first thing. Why? Why not go, like look around town, look around your block? I mean, why go straight to the coroner's office? It's just so freaking weird to me. I think it is. Okay. So this article says she was found dead beside the road on Saturday morning. And then he goes to the coroner's office Sunday. Okay, I got it. Okay. See what her friends said. The 26-year-old Instagram influencer from Houston had told her friends before she died that she feared for her safety, according to one of her friends. Let me close out my Discord because the notification is going on. Who was she afraid of? Alexis was found dead on the side of the road on Saturday morning. Her friends told ABC 13 that Sharky mentioned to them about her fears a month ago during their trip to Marfa, Texas. She confided in me that night. She's petrified, a friend said. The girl is scared for her life. Sharky's friends and her mother, Stacy Robinot, told Eyewitness News they think Alexis Sharky was killed. It's kind of weird how, like, they're not mentioning who she said she was afraid of, right? Don't y'all find that weird? I do believe she was murdered, yes, from what I've been able to gather, as well as the mother's gut, Robinot said. Her loved ones described her as a selfless, kind soul who would help anyone. She was a friend to literally all, said a friend. Such a good person. Alexis moved to Houston with her husband earlier this year. When ABC 13's Steve Campion spoke with him on Monday, he sounded upset. He said he did everything in his power to find his wife and asked Campion never to contact him again before hanging up. Wow. Wow. Now, as her family and friends prepare for her funeral, they're still seeking answers. I don't know why, Robinot said. The horrific nature of her last moments must have been. I can't even go there. Wow. So he gets this interview. Tom Sharkey is giving this interview with this reporter. He's all upset, and then all of a sudden, he can't talk anymore. I can't. And tells this reporter, never contact me again. Really? Don't you want to do like a press conference and plead for the public to come forward with information, call in tips? Something's not right. And I'm going to keep saying this. Why the hell did he go to the morgue first thing? Instead of like out looking for her, like around the block, at some of the parks or places she might, frequent. Hey, T.L. Hodge. I usually have to watch on the replay off work this morning. Oh, I'm glad you made it. I like when people tell me they watch the replay because then I know who's watching my replays. Most of them. If she went out driving, where? Yes, Debbie. Good question. Where's this car? And why did he let her leave intoxicated driving? I mean, why didn't he take her keys? I wouldn't care how mad someone got at me. I'd take their keys. Oh, he may not have, but that's what he was telling that reporter. He said he was the one that found her at the morgue. They didn't know who she was. So if they didn't know who she was, they didn't call him to come and identify a body, I wouldn't think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just think it's weird. Alyssa, I watched oh, I know you do, Alyssa. She was not a pet. That is like going to the animal shelter first thing. Well, that's the way he made it seem when he gave this interview to this reporter. Let me go back over here. That's the way I freaking took it. Hold on just a minute. Okay. He said, hold on, I'm looking for. It says he was moving the 6-minute conversation. He was moving from thought to thought. Sharky told Campion he figured out the woman found at Red Hall was his wife. So then he went to the Harris County Medical Examiner's office on Sunday morning looking for Alexis. Okay. It's horrible. People are talking tons of crap. I'm getting death threats and stuff. None of that bothers me. What bothers me is that world and everybody in it focuses on all the stuff that doesn't matter. Should have been focused on finding my wife, said Sharky. Everybody was still looking for her. I located her Sunday morning in the coroner's office. They couldn't ID my wife. They didn't know who she was. She was just there. Well, it sounds like to me that's what he did. He went to the damn coroner's office right off the bat. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Could be she froze. We need to hear about the hey, yeah. I mean, she could have, passed out there in those bushes. Somehow wandered into those bushes. I'd love to know where her damn car's at. Passed out. She could have OD'd. Alcohol poisoning, anything. Hypothermia. Morning drama. Yeah, we're just going to have to wait to the autopsy results, before we're going to know. I would love to know who her friends, who she told she was afraid of. She told her friends she was afraid of somebody. Who was it? And why didn't they mention it during that news interview? Did they not mention it because she was really afraid of her husband? I mean, it just seems like if she was afraid of someone that was stalking her online or something, they would say that. Maybe the police asked them not to give out any info. Haley, give me a late slip, she said. Here, you got a late slip. Let me get the late slip. There you go, girl. Okay, good question. I guess he heard. He said he figured out the girl on Red Hall Drive that was found in the bushes was Alexis. How did he figure that out? This is Houston. There's a lot of murders that go on. They find girls all the time. Evil Tracy Queen. Glad you came in here and commented. Her friend said he told them he choked her till she passed out until the next day. More than one time. she would have had oxygen deprivation, and there are side effects like slurred speech. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that she told her friends that she was afraid of him. And that's why they didn't say in that article I was reading, they didn't say who it was. I thought that's very strange. Automatically thought, oh, they're talking about the husband. Because, like, if she was afraid of someone on social media, you would think they would say that. Like, hey, she had this weirdo following her on social media. She's afraid of him. I thought it was very strange. Y'all noticed how he told that reporter, oh, he was her caretaker. He cuddled her. He comforted her, trying to make himself look like a nice guy. He could be completely innocent, but that was kind of stuck out to me. It was on the news, a female in her 20s. Okay, well, maybe it did click in his brain. Maybe it was Alexis. I don't know. It's just weird. Something's not right about y'all. I just feel bad for her mom. We watched that one video of her mom yesterday morning. Oh my gosh, it broke my heart. Here it is, around the holidays. I just can't imagine losing a child any time of year. Any time of year. Oh, speaking of losing people, I forgot to tell y'all. I got a message this morning that Winky Whisper's mom passed away. So y'all please remember her in your thoughts and prayers. Right. Would have heard of a stalker. Too many. Good husband statement. Speaking of stalkers, I just saw a video this morning. This girl was in her apartment filming a TikTok video. All of a sudden, a man comes through her patio door. It's all caught on tape, on a video. Come through the door. Turns out, well, she got away from him. Went to a neighbor's apartment, got in, called the police, all that good stuff. But it turns out it was one of her neighbors that had been hitting on her, trying to get her to, go out with him and stuff. She thought he was a complete weirdo. And anyways, she said he had kept his hands in his hoodies, and she believes that he had a weapon with him. He came right through her patio door. People, please lock your doors. I shared that video. He's her creepy neighbor. Yes, Gigi. Well, I saw it on Crime Online this morning. I hadn't been on TikTok or anything yet. Yeah, we love you, Winky. So sorry to hear that. Holidays coming up. I'm telling you what, 2020 has been the worst year, y'all. There's been so many people that's lost so many loved ones. Will, he's lost several people this year. Lisa, Winky, and Mark Denning that comes in here. He's been through hell too. A lot of people have. Okay. I hope that girl moves out of that apartment we were talking about. She's not staying there right now. Here's actually the article about it. Let's look at this, and then we're going to talk about the doctor that's missing. Something's not right with this case either. I'm always suspicious of the people that last see the victims, Okay, so she's just filming this little dancing video. Let's see if it's got the video down here. We'll watch it. Let me unplug my mic so it won't robot, because okay, let's watch it.
Alexa, off. Who are you? Please get off. Please get out. No, please get out. Yes. Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now.
You freaking
Please get out
weirdo.
of my apartment right now. Get out. Get out.
Oh my God. There he is.
Hello?
Girl, get the hell out of there. She does. She gets to her neighbors safely. I don't think that's staged. I hope they didn't stage that because it's got everybody freaked out. I don't think it's staged. I think he really did that. I'm always a whatever. That is scary. Can you imagine that? I would tell y'all a story, but my son's pretty close by, so I better not. Okay. So that happened in Maryland. The man was arrested for breaking into the woman's home. His name is Angel Rodriguez Gomez. He allegedly climbed the woman's balcony and entered her apartment through the patio door. Rodriguez Gomez lived near the victim, who identified herself to WTTG as Hannah Vivaretti. Hannah said she was recording herself dancing for TikTok when the suspect entered her home through the patio door. Let's see what he was charged with. I think just breaking and entering and stuff. He's already out on bond. She says, I really don't think it's fair. He's walking freely right now. I have to watch my back at every angle. She said, for so long, I brushed it off, assuming him just to be a creep. It was the moment I came face to face with him at my door that I knew he was there to harm me. And she said he kept his hands in his hoodie like he had a weapon. Now, this story might have turned out badly if she had been asleep or in the shower. She saw him right away and she was able to get out the other door. Freaking weirdo. And like I said, he had been hitting on her, asking her out, however you want to say it, coming on to her. When I say hitting on her, I mean like, coming on to her. Okay. Please lock y'all's doors. I used to be bad to leave my doors unlocked because I live in the freaking boonies in the mountains. But I lock them up tight now. Uh-oh, guys, we got a Savannah Spurlock update. Then we'll get to the doctor. See what it's saying. We followed this case closely. Me and Red Run Media. Let me screen share it. Then we'll get to the doctor as soon as I can here. I get into true crime and I end up clicking on everything. I just can't help it. I'm nosy. Savannah Spurlock. Suspect admits to killing mom of 3 nearly 2 years after she vanished. Kentucky man has pleaded guilty to the murder of mom of 3, Savannah Spurlock, nearly 2 years after she vanished. 25-year-old David Sparks pleaded guilty Tuesday to murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. He is scheduled to be sentenced in December. Savannah's remains were discovered behind Sparks' parents' Garrett County house in July 2019, concealed in an unnatural position and buried in a 19-inch grave. After 6 months of exhaustive searches for Savannah, authorities received a tip from David Sparks' father, who said he noticed a foul odor coming from behind the house. Savannah was last spotted on a security camera with Sparks and 2 other men on January 4th, 2019, the night she disappeared. They were leaving the other bar in Lexington off of South Limestone. According to Assistant Police Chief Rodney Richardson of Richmond PD, Savannah left the bar with the men and ended up at the Garrett County home off of Fall Lick Road. Sparks initially told authorities he fell asleep the night Savannah vanished. He claimed the woman was gone when he woke up. However, evidence found at the residence suggested Sparks played a much more sinister role. In July, detectives said they saw Walmart security footage of Sparks buying a rug. Investigators found Savannah buried in a rug that looked similar to the one Sparks purchased. Detectives also said Sparks sent his sister a text message on the night of Savannah's death and asked where he could buy a rug. Now, I think Savannah and him did know each other. Officials added, authorities also found Savannah's blood inside Sparks' parents' home. Detectives found additional evidence at the property that pointed to the suspect, but they didn't reveal what else they found. These items were last known to be in the control of only two individuals, the missing person and the above an arrest citation read. Okay. Sometimes they word this stuff weird. Spurlock, a mother of four, gave birth to twins in December. Her mother, Ellen Spurlock, who lived with her daughter in Richmond, was babysitting the children the night Savannah went to the bar. Ellen Spurlock previously told ABC she spoke to her daughter through FaceTime at around 3 a.m. the morning she disappeared. The worried mother said she could hear other people in the car with Savannah, but her daughter seemed fine. She seemed okay, Ellen Spurlock said. She told me she was fine. When I asked her where she was, she said she was in Lexington. She promised she'd be home later that morning. She did not seem out of the ordinary. David Sparks is the only suspect in the case. Now, when this happened, people were saying all kinds of bad things about Savannah, including David Sparks' brother on social media, calling her a slut and all kinds of bad names. Look, I've done the same thing Savannah's did. I had a bad experience too. I left the bar with somebody one time and it ended up in a bad experience. They're all nicey nice when they're trying to get you to go somewhere with them. Then things turned bad. I was lucky I made it home. Savannah didn't. It's a shame, Jason. You know what? She had just had twins. Like, they weren't, oh gosh, not even 6 weeks old, I don't think. And, she had been home pregnant for months and just had the babies, and she just wanted to get out and have a little bit of fun. And she went out with her girlfriends to that bar. It's called The Other Bar. They were ready to leave. Savannah wasn't ready to leave, so her friends left her there, and she ended up leaving the bar with David Sparks and 3 of his friends, I believe. Now, according to authorities, his friends didn't have anything to do with this. How do you explain that to her kids? Yes, attention women, please do not leave the bar alone with unknown people. Here's the thing, Savannah was familiar with David. They knew each other previously, like a long time before. And so she probably felt safe leaving with him. I'm not sure. I can't remember if they released her autopsy report because it's been so long ago. I can't remember if they gave a cause of death or not. Let me go look, because that's going to weigh on my mind if I don't go look. Now, I've actually spoken with Savannah's sister before a long time ago when they were still looking for Savannah. Let me look. Cause of death. Let me look here from this July article. Autopsy was performed at the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort, Kentucky. What? Oh, God. You got to click 100 different things when you click on an article. It's so annoying. As a result, the autopsy of the human remains that were located last night in Garrett County have been identified as Savannah Spurlock. Because she disappeared right after Christmas. She disappeared on January the 5th. And her babies, her twins, were just 4 weeks old when she disappeared. Okay, this is not saying how she died. Does anyone know her cause of death? I can't remember. This article is saying cause of death not revealed. January 5th is my birthday. Really, Juju? I'm a January baby too. Mine's January the 23rd. Mark's birthday, the hubby's, is tomorrow. Not that it matters, but what a beautiful young lady. Yes, everybody liked her too, Jason. She just had one of those personalities that people just liked her. She had gotten off on the wrong path, like many of us have done. And then she had straightened her life up and got back on the right path. She just went out for a night of fun and unfortunately left that bar with David Sparks and his buddies. Okay, let me click on this autopsy results. Okay, I'm not seeing the results. Maybe if Red Rum comes in, she'll tell us. I can't remember right off. Okay. Anyways, I hope he gets the death penalty. Do they still have the death penalty in Kentucky? Oh gosh, I see something about Bill Cosby. State Supreme Court hears Bill Cosby's appeal of sexual assault conviction. Well, we'll look at that later. I need to talk about this doctor from Staten Island. She was at a bar with 2 new babies at home. Yes. Case Miles said August 28, 2019 at Garrett County Grand Jury indicted David Sparks on a charge of murder in the death of Savannah. I don't believe they released the results. Well, Cheryl, that makes sense of why I don't remember it then. Usually I can remember, that stuff like that. I mean, my memory is pretty bad. Okay. Let's share the doctor's picture. So Dr. Tamara Salkin is still missing. She's a Staten Island doctor. She went to take a walk at the park. Let me get the date. With her mother on November the 18th. It's called Clove Park, I believe. I think it's called Clove Lake Park. Her and her mother were walking around the park. Her mother decides that she don't want to do no more walking. She goes back to the car. It's unclear if they drove to the park together. Anyway, she goes back to the car, and Dr. Tamara disappears. And no one has seen her since. Now, authorities are saying they can find no video footage of Dr. Tamara Salkin at that park. No surveillance video. Says the search continues for a Staten Island doctor who went missing nearly 2 weeks ago, as police say they are working without any surveillance video showing the doctor's last known location. Isn't that a little weird? I mean, this is like Staten Island. They should probably have cameras everywhere, especially like at parks and things. Like here where I'm at, no, we don't have many surveillance videos. Hey, Amber K, that's the number one rule of being a female. Never leave the bar with anyone. Whether you know them or not, really, because Savannah knew David. And never leave your drink sitting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, sorry, I digressed. Okay, it says Dr. Tamara Salkin, a family practitioner who took a temporary leave from her work as a family practitioner in October, vanished on the morning of November 8th after she had been walking with her mother in Cloves Lake Park. Salkin's mother told police that she had decided to go back to the car, while Tamara chose to keep walking in the park. Um, Okay, so NYPD's 120th precinct on Staten Island told Crime Online on Monday that investigators are conducting daily searches for Tamara and said that police have not ruled out any possibilities, though they have found no evidence of foul play. Two Staten Island residents told Crime Online they saw police along with what appeared to be search dogs in the park on Saturday afternoon, and that one officer appeared to take an item away from the search area. Now, they have not said if the items that were seen being carried out are connected to Tamara's disappearance. They've not said anything, really. They've been pretty tight lipped about it. On Tuesday, an NYPD spokesperson from told SILive.com that investigators had attempted to obtain surveillance video of the park, presumably from the morning of Tamara's disappearance, but were not successful. The NYPD did not immediately respond to a request for further clarification. So it says SILive.com obtained a letter that Dr. Salkin reportedly sent to patients in October announcing her temporary leave. She also made an announcement on her practice's Facebook page and replied to a question about her decision, saying she was dealing with unspecified family issues. And she did turn in her license to practice, I believe. Now, someone came in the chat yesterday and said that she was their doctor and that she had left that practice because she's an alcoholic. As of Tuesday, Tamara Salkin's family have not spoken to the media about the 44-year-old woman's disappearance. Now, she's 44 years old. Is she not married or anything? I mean, some people don't want to get married. I get that. I'm just curious. It's not mentioned anything about a husband or a girlfriend. Pretty lady. No, she's a doctor, but you know what? No one's immune from addiction being in their family. You know what I mean? It happens in the best of families. This case has me scratching my head. Family issues. Normally, you go to rehab, you don't disappear. I know. Like, why would she meet her mom in the park and plan to disappear at that exact time? Like, you know what I mean? That don't make sense to me. I mean, she could have walked away from her life. That's a good possibility. Someone could have abducted her from the park. Some predator could have been around and saw an opportunity and jumped on it. Pulled out a weapon. She could have took off and done something to herself. We just don't know at this point. Did you know her friend who did the interview paid $30,000 to look like Meghan Markle? I think Meghan's pretty. I don't know what you are talking about, but when I leave my little bubble, I'm always high alert. Parking lots are the worst. I'm always looking over my shoulder. Yeah, well, I don't ever travel anywhere alone anymore. Maybe down to the store and back. That is scary. You know what? One of my biggest fear is like driving down the road, like you go, to leave your house late at night. You get down the road a little bit and up jumps somebody from the back seat, some crazy psycho murderer. Hey, G, good morning. Right, Miss CC. Marriage is not for everyone. No. No, you don't have to grow up and get married and have a family. Not everybody wants that. And I get that. To each their own is what I always say. I think sometimes people make it out to like their kids, like you got to get, grow up and get married and have a family. No, you don't got to do that. Do what makes you happy. Some people don't want to be tied down with a husband or wife or kids. They want to travel, live their best life. I've been watching too many movies. I know. Amber K. I've been reading too many damn urban legends. Here's another fear. You come home, you're all alone. You get ready to you get in bed. You sit on the bed, and all of a sudden, someone reaches out and grabs your leg. They're hiding there at the bed. Alexis' friend Tanya Ricardo, the one doing all the interviews. Yeah, why's she going around doing all these interviews, Tracy? It's a good question. Hey, Verbal. And we'll restart. We want to say hi. Yeah, where have you been? You've been shunning us. I'm just kidding. I couldn't think of a word, so I said shunning. Oh, I'm just messing with you. My mom actually told me don't ever get married. Yeah, my mom told me one time, she's like, when you get my age, you won't care about having a man. Which is true. Which is true. Hey, her friend could be involved. I'm suspicious of everyone that was close to her. Especially suspicious of the husband. He was the last one to allegedly have seen her. He said that she left the house drinking. Or he didn't say drinking, he said intoxicated. So your wife's heavily intoxicated and you just let her drive off from your house. You tell her not to do it and that's just the end of it. She drives off. Really? Be a man. Put your foot down. You should have took her damn keys. Pretty damn vain, Tracy, if you ask me. $30,000 to look like Meghan Markle? I mean, if I'm going to be looking like somebody, Megan's pretty though, but personally, I would have chose Marilyn Monroe. I wouldn't have all that crap done. Maybe a little Botox. Some people are just totally obsessed with their looks. And they're so dumb that they don't know that beauty comes from the inside. Of course, everyone wants to look nice. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it at all. But you can be the prettiest person in the world, and if you got a crappy personality, it makes your outside look ugly to me. She walked away from the house. He said she drove. Maybe he was confused in that interview. He was very distraught. So maybe he was confused. He said that he begged her not to drive and she did it anyways. Isn't that what we read, guys? I know people do a lot of stuff for likes. I kind of look staged to me because I would be throwing stuff if somebody came up in my apartment and don't even know them. I would have been freaking out. If that had been me, Blue West, and some weirdo came through my patio door, you would have heard my favorite or my famous scream. Ah! That's the way I scream. I would have been freaking out. She was pretty calm. Now, that guy was charged. So if it's staged, her little butt's going to be in trouble. I hope not. She said she is scared not staying there at her apartment no more. Blue West, she must be on the replay. I have to do that too. Let's see what else. Okay, anyways, back to doctors tomorrow. I'll keep y'all updated because I'm eager to find out what happened to her. I hope they find her safe and sound, guys. Let's hope and pray they find her safe and sound. Blood-curdling scream. Yeah. Me and Mark got killed in a car wreck the other day. I don't know if I told you about that or not. We about got T-boned, and I was going, ah! The way I screamed. I didn't know what to do. I just started screaming. Thank God he saw that car. We were close. That was our lucky day. He told her not to drive. She didn't. She walked away and called. Okay. So the truth's coming out now. Sometimes these articles are not accurate. We're all humans. People make mistakes. Let's see. And when he was talking to this reporter on the phone, he was very distraught. So things could have, he could have said things that weren't right. Let me see. There's a Newsweek article. Okay, that's just saying that her mother absolutely thinks foul play is involved. To her mother, there's no reason to believe Sharky's death was an accident. This could have been a jealous friend could have killed her. Like she could have died accidentally. Like if she was intoxicated, alcohol poisoning, drug overdose, something like that. But, it's also possible that one of her friends did it. Or even her husband could have done it. We just don't know. We're just going to have to wait for this daggone autopsy results. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just speculating. I always do that. I always try to work out in my mind. What could have happened? Where could they have gone? It is weird. Sunny side up. I've been taking morning nap. Oh, I wish I could take morning naps. Her friends were hanging out for her for clout. They weren't as popular as she was. They wanted to be. Well, I was looking at their picture, and she was prettier than all of them in the picture. I'll never know how those girls pose for all those pictures and all those sexy positions, They're not smiling or anything. They've got like a stern look on their face, and they look pretty in them. If I'd done that, I'd look dumb as hell. I'd look like I was mad at the world or something, Okay, I did have one more thing to tell y'all about, and that was that dad, or no, he's not a dad. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. The Alabama man who put his girlfriend's 5-year-old son out on the highway at nighttime. Then the 5-year-old son was hit and killed by a car. The man will be facing murder charges. And it actually should be like first-degree murder. Because if you put a little kid out on a dark highway, busy highway, you know that they're going to get killed, hurt, or killed. Oh my God. Workers discover woman's headless body on dead end street. We'll have to look at that in a second. I want to show y'all this little boy's picture. They finally put out a picture of him. Cute little boy. He should be took out on the highway. Well, no, not the highway. He should be tied to the train tracks. He put the little boy out of the car because he said the little boy was misbehaving. I do not believe that for 1 second. This man had probably been abusing this kid for a while. It wasn't the first time. Look how cute. Oh, I love his little hair. Mom's boyfriend faces murder charge after 5-year-old forced out of car for misbehaving is hit and killed on highway. What's going on in Alabama? I've been reading about a lot of bad things going on in Alabama lately. Of course, there's always bad things down in Florida, but now I'm here in Alabama. Said he was misbehaving, screaming in the car, Sunny side up. Hey, faithful one, listening in. Are you listening and cleaning? It's usually what I do. Okay. An Alabama man who allegedly forced his girlfriend's young child out of a car on a dark, rainy Sunday night is now behind bars facing a murder charge. Brian Starr, 35, told police 5-year-old Austin Birdseye became unruly as they traveled along busy Alabama highway 165 near Fort Mitchell. Starr pulled his Dodge Charger over into the St. John's AIM Church parking lot at 944 Alabama 165. He told Austin to get out of the car for misbehaving. Another driver subsequently hit Austin after the boy made his way onto the highway near 165 near County Road 24 at around 8 p.m. Austin was taken to Piedmont Columbus Regional Hospital, where he died from his injuries. Russell County Coroner Arthur Sunbury Jr. told NBC7 that Austin was pronounced dead at 8:51 p.m. Oh, bless his little sweet bones. The driver who struck the boy has not been charged. According to authorities, the driver didn't see the boy and is devastated over the incident. Oh, I'd say he is. Okay, and this guy is a military guy, this Starr guy. That idiot is. Starr is an active duty soldier stationed at Fort Benning in Georgia. He has been charged with murder because of his reckless disregard for the boy's safety. Taylor said it's unclear how long Austin was out of the car before being hit. He was a few miles from his home where he lived with Starr, his mother, Christina Birdseye, and his brother. Authorities said Austin's mother was not in the vehicle with Starr and her son when the incident happened. People, when are y'all going to quit trusting everybody around your children? Starr, Sergeant First Class from Marengo, Illinois, has been in the military for 17 years. Starr is assigned to the 3rd Quadrant, 16th Cavalry Regiment, 316th Cavalry Brigade, according to a Fort Benning spokesperson, Ben Garrett. Starr will be eligible for bond, authorities said. Meanwhile, a GoFundMe page has been set up for Austin's family to help with burial and funeral expenses. Okay, well, let's go click that GoFundMe. Oh, they've raised $16,957. Their goal is $25,000. Well, before that mother gets any money from this GoFundMe, she needs to be thoroughly investigated. I'm sorry to say that, but a lot of times these people know that their little kids are being abused by their boyfriends and girlfriends, and they don't do anything about it. I'm not saying that she knew. I just said they need to investigate. I'm sure they will. Need to be questioning that other kid, too, that's old enough to, talk and tell anything. Oh, Tracy, are you a West Virginia gal, too? We'll be talking about another West Virginia gal Friday, Patsy Ramsey. Well, we're going to be talking about the John Bonet case. And then not this Friday, but next Friday, if you know of any like murders that happened on the holidays you'd like for me to talk about, comment and let me know. We're going to do John Bonet this Friday. And then next Friday, I don't have a case picked out yet. And we say anchors in the north. Florida born. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of bad things that go on in Florida. There's a lot of bad things that go on everywhere, but it seems like we read about cases out of Florida the majority of the time. My family is from North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Yeah, I got family in North Carolina, Maryland, DC, out in Texas, Michigan, everywhere. Yeah, a lot of people did say that Blue West. She's watching the replay. I could tell by her comments. Yeah, a lot of people did say, why don't you go out? She just had, those babies. They were 4 weeks old. But Savannah was tired of being at home. She had been at home for months. That's what she told her mom. And She just wanted to go out and have a good time. Oh, thank you, Evil Tracy Queen. You don't seem evil to me. I'm just going to call you Tracy. I don't want to call you evil because I don't think you're evil. Is Fanny Hole in here? Fanny. How in the world did you come up with that name? Okay, guys. I guess that's all true crime I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of here and quit annoying my son, which he's not been listening to me. He's had his earbuds in. And he gets into true crime too. Me and him need to do a collab on the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. Is that what her name is? Timothy?
I understand it's Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. Because him and I have a difference of opinion over that case. Me and my son. Okay, guys. Yeah, before I get off here, channel members meeting tonight. We're going to do our Google Meet, 8:30 p.m. I will do a community post with the link to it. Now, if you was to click on it and it asks you for a code, I think it's like the last 7 letters of the link. Last like 7 digits. I think it's letters actually. But it shouldn't ask you that. But if it does, just put those 7 in. Let me just look at the chat here just 1 second. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here and get busy. I got a bunch of dishes to wash. I need to listen to some more Ramsey interviews. And if y'all want to look up some John Bonet stuff and watch it, refresh your memory, do it so we can have a good conversation Friday. Now, I did post a few videos in my gift room in the Discord. You can check those out. I enjoyed the stream. Y'all have a good day. Oh, well, thank you. We all get along good here, Tracy. You know, a lot of times chat don't agree with me. That's okay. A lot of times I don't agree with them, but we all just respect each other and get along here. It's like, you know, sitting around with a bunch of friends having coffee and reading the true crime and everything. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.